What's up, everybody? It's Trey Smith, one half of the College GameTime YouTube channel, and today I want to talk about the former consensus 5-star running back, Camar Wheaton, who announced at the beginning of the month that he would be transferring from Alabama. And I want to talk about the teams that I think we need to keep an eye on. So before we do that, you know what to do. Please hit subscribe. It's somewhere down there. Just hit the button, subscribe, and watch the whole video. So the number one team I'm keeping an eye on, even though they already have a very loaded running back room, but it would be difficult to make a video like this and not include them, seeing as how they were a finalist when it came down to his original decision out of high school. By the way, he did play at Lakeview Centennial in North Texas and Garland, Texas to be exact. But the team I'm talking about is OU, okay? DeMarco Murray recruited him, has a strong rapport with him. And even though their running back room is pretty stout, I do think Camar Wheaton could come in and make an instant impact. And I believe that if DeMarco Murray, pursues after him and they want to take him, that's a likely destination that Wheaton could end up is there at OU. Because if you remember in his high school days, it came down to OU and Bama, and he ended up taking Bama initially. And so the Sooners, that's my first, mainly because his main recruiter was DeMarco Murray. And I think if you look at what Levy, the new offensive coordinator, is going to do, and you look at the run game at Ole Miss the past couple years, it could be very enticing for a running back of Camar Wheaton's caliber. Okay, the next team I'm looking at, another Power 5 team with a brand new coaching staff, is the LSU Tigers. Okay, they, I think, are in the hunt for another running back in the 2022 cycle. And I think Camar Wheaton is someone that could come in and, again, make an instant impact. I'm not saying they're desperate for a running back or that they need one. Again, they also have a stout running back room. However, I think in the 2022 cycle, they are going to be in the hunt to bring someone else in from the transfer portal. And so I look at LSU to keep an eye on. I'm keeping an eye on to maybe go after Camar Wheaton and could entice him to come to their program. Now, the team that is actually the favorite isn't even a Power 5 school currently. It's the Group of 5 school, and it's SMU. The SMU Mustangs right now, I think, might be the favorite to land this kid. Mainly, one, because it's location, right? And SMU has branded themselves on getting these top players that went elsewhere to come back home. And with Rhett Lashley taking over the program, he was there for the beginning of that with Sonny Dykes, with sort of brand, with the Dallas brand and doing all that. But he's also very close with quarterback Preston Stone. Remember, Preston Stone was the highly touted, I think he was a highly rated 4-star quarterback that kind of surprised some people when he committed to SMU in the 2021 cycle. And I know him and Camar Wheaton have a strong relationship, friendship, and that could be enough to entice him. And even Gabe Brooks, when Wheaton first announced he was entering the portal, I believe it was Gabe Brooks that reported that look for him to commit to SMU in his process. So I got OU because of his prior connection to the university and to DeMarco Murray. I got LSU just because I think they're in the hunt for another top running back, and what top running back wouldn't give a program like LSU a look? SMU, because of the reports that are already out there and the connections he has to the quarterback there, one of the quarterbacks there, and Rhett Lashley, who was the offensive coordinator, part of SMU when they sort of rebranded themselves in becoming that, really tapping into the transfer portal. Him now being the head coach, I think will continue that sort of tradition that was set with Sonny Dykes. But then I have a dark horse candidate here, and I'm going to explain why. I think a team that I'm going to be watching to maybe surprise some folks with this kid is Texas Tech. That's right, the Red Raiders. Because Joey McGuire, one, was at Baylor, who recruited Camar Wheaton pretty heavily out of high school. But then two, Coach McGuire has deep ties. Not just in the state of Texas, but specifically in North Texas. Obviously, he was a state championship winning coach at Cedar Hill. This kid is from Lakeview Centennial. There are some connections there that I believe if Joey McGuire goes all in on this kid and brings out all the reinforcement, so to speak, utilizes all of his connections, he could have a good chance of at least getting the kid to come visit campus, and then who knows, when he gets him there, may be able to close him. Now, obviously, what does it come down to with a lot of players nowadays is going to be the NIL stuff. So I don't know, which campus is going to have the most enticing NIL package as it, for this particular recruit. But those are my four. OU, LSU, SMU, and Texas Tech is who I'm keeping an eye on to possibly land the former 5-star running back, consensus 5-star, I might add, out of North Texas, Garland Lakeview Centennial, Camar Wheaton, transferring from the Alabama Crimson Tide. There you have it. Please hit subscribe. That's it for me. I'm Trey Smith with College Game Time. Peace.